What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. So Russia and China are at it again, arresting people for espionage here, this time one of their own. Yeah, a former U.S. Embassy employee who was actually a Russian national, charged with conspiracy in Russia, state news agency now. And Russia is actually charging him with espionage. And the US is actually defending this. So Russia's actually arresting their own people now. And you can't make this stuff up here. The allegations against this guy, Mr. Shonov, are without merit. He's a Russian national who was employed by the US Consulate General for more than 25 years. And Russia's saying that they could imprison this guy for more than 8 years now. 8 years now. Yeah, and this comes after China just sentenced a U.S. citizen to life in prison after spying charges in China. And this is after they've already put the guy in prison for 2 years. They've now sentenced him to a life sentence. Russia and China, very similar. And this is how they run things over there, right? And China's warning. You can see here, Chinese foreign minister urges the neighbors to keep their distance from the U.S. Yeah, because we do things like China and Russia, right? Saying that be aware that the U.S. might do things like they do, right? Yeah, you can let me know your thoughts on that, right? And also, Russian President Vladimir Putin has banned their top officials from resigning as Russian casualties mount in Ukraine. A new report says. So Putin will not even let his own officials resign at all. And let me know your thoughts on this. High-ranking Russian officials have been banned from resigning over fears that their departures could tip the government into chaos, according to new reports. The ban was imposed after a number of top government officials expressed a desire to resign after the start of the Ukraine war. Four sources speaking to Russian independent investigative outlet iStories said. Those who do try to leave are threatened with prosecution, according to reports, saying, quote, there are many who want to leave after the start of the war. If everyone leaves, control will be lost, according to one source who described as an acquaintance of an official in the Kremlin's presidential administrations. According to the source, the Kremlin sees the desire to quit as a sign of betrayal, and officials have been tasked with demonstrating unity by preventing an exodus of civil servants, saying, quote, I know of at least 2 cases where governors tried to leave their posts, but they were not just prohibited by internal policy departments of the presidential administration. It was also hinted at that they could face criminal prosecution. A former official with Russian Domestic Intelligence Agency, the FSB, told the outlet. The report said that under the mobilization decree signed by President Vladimir Putin in September last year, FSB officials are banned from resigning even after their contract expires. Yeah, because the ban on resignations is both illegal and informal. There are exceptions for cases where an official is seriously ill or is suspected of corruption, said the report. According to the Moscow Times, the Kremlin has also placed restrictions on which government officials can even travel abroad amid fears of defections. Yeah. This comes as that major story came out here last month. This even from the Moscow Times reported it. So this was pretty major news here. A member of the Kremlin Guard fled Russia and detailed Putin's secret life. This was major story here. This guy right here, his name was Gleb Karaklov. Served as an engineer in the Federal Guard Service and accompanied Putin on more than 180 trips over the past 13 years and fled Russia. And I remember detailing the story here with you guys on the channel here. He basically said he was ill and stayed behind just for a little bit after one of their trips and then got on a plane and hightailed it out of there with his family and basically risked their lives because if they were caught, it could have been game over, and fled the country all at once, just like that. And he was basically in the inner circle there. I mean, he traveled with Putin, and this is how risky. I mean, he literally risked it all because, and you guys can let me know your thoughts on this. So he literally fled Russia and did all this. I mean, so he must have feared for his life or whatever because he didn't want to stay that much. So you guys can let me know your thoughts here in the comments on this. But Russia is literally banning their high officials from even traveling or resigning. So that's as pretty much as communist or restrictive or literally just have picture a gate on their country there saying you physically cannot leave at all in any way, shape, or form. Yeah. Yeah, and this comes as Russia targets Ukraine's capital city of Kyiv with, quote, exceptional missile barrage here. Ukraine says that 18 missiles aimed at Kyiv were shot down. Yeah. Also, here, Germany announced $3 billion of military aid package for Ukraine. The United Kingdom promises attack drones, more missiles for Ukraine. So we are seeing here more support from other countries here as well. But yeah, Germany with $3 billion just being announced here as well. Remember, former President Donald Trump kind of criticized Europe for not supporting as much there. So maybe that's kind of give them a kick in the butt saying, you guys need to do some more support there, not just the United States. But Ukrainian air defenses shot down 18 missiles aimed at the capital city of Kyiv on Tuesday, including 6 hypersonic missiles, which travel faster than the speed of sound. Ukraine intercepted 9 Caliber cruise missiles launched from ships in the Black Sea and 3 land-based missiles, said the Ukrainian commander-in-chief. Russia also launched Iranian-made attack drones and conducted aerial reconnaissance as well. It's exceptional in its density, the maximum number of attack missiles in the shortest period of time. This is the 8th time this month alone that Russia has targeted the capital city of Ukraine. And this is only the 2nd time that Ukraine has managed to shoot down the Russian hypersonic missiles, which travel at 10 times the speed of sound and represent one of Moscow's most sophisticated weapons. But this is now because they now have the U.S. Patriot air defense missile systems that can now actually shoot them down. So let me know your thoughts here in the comments. I will keep you up to date here with everything going on here in our country on a daily basis. If you haven't yet, make sure to click the subscribe button down below and the bell icon so you don't miss out on any new videos that come out here every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And thank you so much for liking and sharing these videos. Here's some videos you should watch next. Vladimir Putin is actually testing the U.S. defense systems in this video, and you might not be able to withdraw your U.S. cash from the banks. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.